Hello, everybody. This is Cholhok from Group 3, and I would like to take you through this design competition. It's an initiative that was spearheaded by the Department of Architecture in collaboration with the Derik Festival as an attempt to ensure that our architectural identity is also part of Derik Cultural Festival. Derik Cultural Festival is an annual event that is made to celebrate the life of the late artist Derik Cultural. He is the former Minister of Culture at Western Barkazal, and in his tenure he built a museum. He was very passionate about arts and cultural diversity. The main objectives of this festival is to showcase our cultural diversity by exhibiting visual arts like painting, sculptures, photography, by empowering young artists by providing a platform for emerging artists to showcase their work, and also offering mentorship. I'd like to take you briefly through our design and its concept. The design was driven by two separate factors. The first is the environment and the site. Then the second is our South Sudanese home as a social cultural construct setting, which comes in a triangular manner, but then it wasn't as prominent because we're trying to reduce the space that's taken, given that we want to integrate the two. The second, we've used the tree as a major driving because we wanted to have three pillars: our community, our context, and then it's supported like the tree is using the stems. Then you have the flare out, which is now the branches, and you have the roots underneath. After we've gotten to that part, now we shifted to the contemporary South Sudanese home. The contemporary South Sudanese home's most prominent space is the living area. That's where most of the exhibition happens in. So we've taken their order of exhibition as a social cultural construct to derive the second part of the concept. We've borrowed ideas from the indigenous South Sudanese homes and the contemporary South Sudanese homes. From the indigenous, as you can tell from the roof of our tent, it is borrowing that thatch roof setting, which comes in a triangular manner, but then it wasn't as prominent because we're trying to reduce the space that's taken, given that we want to integrate the two. The second, we've used the tree as a major driving cause because we wanted to have three pillars of which represent our community, our context, and then it's supported like the tree is using the stems. Then you have the flare out, which is now the branches, and you have the roots underneath. After we've gotten to that part, now we shifted to the contemporary South Sudanese home. The contemporary South Sudanese home's most prominent space is the living area. That's where most of the exhibition happens in. So we've taken their order of exhibition, which is the pictures, then you have the achievements like graduation, certificates, then you have the furniture, like the sitting room furniture in itself and the ornaments that I placed. Then we use that concept to draw out the hierarchy for our display at the Derik Cultural Festival. So we started by displaying the art pieces because they speak to every audience. Then we made in South Sudan to be the second exhibition point because it can speak to both demography, the literate and the illiterate. Then the last was the books, which is usually like where most countries strive to reach into to preserve their cultures in a literal view. South Sudan, then you exit from the books side. From there now you are into the open because books are enlightenment. It's usually like the enlightenment phase of most communities. Thank you. That was the brief about our concept. The Derik Festival is an attempt to show our diverse cultures and bring about unity. It is a site that they've established to ensure that our culture and our identity is built, documented, and cemented.